Okay, so what is testing? So testing can be in different ways. We have a product testing, we have application testing, and we have even in the mobile also you will do a testing. Well, also one product. So application also this because basically you are accessing through mobile, through laptops, and different ways you are accessing, right? If you access applications, whether they are working or not, we'll test it. So then how we are using, sir, all Gmail, Facebook, and Twitter, so many things we are using, right? Different websites. Maybe you are putting, no, Amazon, you're using for your product. So ordering purpose, getting them, right? So many, websites are available. So, and you're already using, you already know that. You know that, right? And whether those are working or not, you are very, very clear. So, and everybody has a testing skills. So no doubt in that. Everybody has a testing skills. I don't know, don't think like that. So even you're teaching for your kid, you will tell, okay, this is correct or wrong, right? That's a testing. You are testing your kid. So, and also in your home, and something is not in the right place, you will say, okay, this is not the right place, and we should not do it like this. And you will tell that. So these are all, you are looking for a correctness. The same here also you are going to do that on the applications. So what customer is expecting, what customer is expecting, that you will verify before sending to the customers. That is called testing. So the testing can be a different ways. The one is product testing and mobile testing, mobile application testing, web application testing, and Windows-based application testing. So all these areas you will test it, and then you will give a assurance to the customer. Okay, whatever you requested, it is working. I'm shipping it. So that's what we are going to do that in the every application. So by default, you have a testing skills in you. Every person has a testing skills. So don't worry about that. Then why do you need to do a testing? We will do mistakes, right? If mistakes are happening, right? If mistakes are happening, who has to correct it? So who developed the application, he has to correct it. But finding the defects, who will do that? The person who designed that application, they will do. So somebody has a problems. Somebody will think that, okay, my code is correct. So there is no issues at all. And they have their own perspectives, and testers have different perspectives. So previously only one team was there, and there was an issues, and a lot of issues are coming up. And to resolve that, they separated the development team and testing team separately. So what will happen if testing team and development team separate? And so there is no, the compromisation will happen on the quality. So what customer is expecting, you will focus on that only based on the requirements. Those requirements is the measurement for the tester. Requirements is the only measurement for the tester. Each requirement, the developer developed or not, you will check like a checkpoint. Each requirement is implemented or not, you will check. If it is working, and you'll put a pass. If not working, you will make it a fail, and you will report that why it is failing, what are the steps you followed, how many pages you navigated, and everything. You will write a detailed report, and you will assign to a developer, and he will fix it. So like, you have a problem with your car or a bike. So where you will go? You will go to mechanic, right? And you will explain what is the problem. because you are using your car or bike, you faced some issues and you have to go to a mechanic. So for the mechanic, he cannot, automatically will search what is the problem in your car. When you go to the mechanic, you will explain, okay, so when I am doing this and this is the problem, this light is not working and this brake is not applying properly and all this, you will explain that. That is the problems. Same in the application also, you will do the same thing. So you are trying to use the application, and when you encounter issues, and you will report them to the developers. Once a developer fixes that, and he will give it back to you. He will correct the code and he will give it back to you. You need to re-verify that, whether it is working or not. So that is called retesting. You are going to retest. Already test, when you test first time, it failed. And he fixed that and he is given back to you. He will tell that, okay, I fixed it and I deployed the code, the corrected code in the environment. And then you test it, you will tell. Now you will go and perform the same steps, whether it is working or not. That is called retesting. So that means failed test cases, you are going to retest this. Okay, so that's the main concept, and we'll see that how we can do all this. And if you want to see our jobs, our manual testing topic, and you can see here, this is our website, our blog, and you can see in this blog manual testing introduction. So this manual testing introduction, you can find it out. So you can find it out. And so these are all the things. We don't want all these things, but just go through this once. I'll explain that. What is a manual testing? What is automation? So I covered manual testing means everything you will go and do the actions and verifications and validations on the application. But automation testing means instead of you, the tool will perform the testing for you. So the tool, how it will perform? You will write once code. You will write the code. That will execute always for you. One-time effort in the automation. But in the manual testing, every time you have to do. Every day, for example, some change happened, you have to do every day. That's a boring and tedious task. That's why many people will go for automation. To do a repeated tasks, people will go for the automation testing. But automation testing, you need some coding skill set. You need some, the understanding of the programming. That's important. The tool will do for you. That's easy. Basically, it's an easy task. Okay. Just hold on. I'll come back in 5 minutes. Be silent. I'll just come back. I just have a small meeting.
Recording in progress.
Ramesh, I can't hear you, Ramesh. Ramesh,
Sorry. Yeah, I got
you
it.
were
I got it.
talking on
Sorry,
mute.
I
Yeah.
was I was talking on mute. Sorry, it was my side. Yeah, I muted.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, I'll repeat it. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
What I
Thank you.
discussed. I think we discussed the this one, right? Key differences.
From when you came back since then, I think
Uh,
call couldn't hear you. Maybe.
Okay. Anyway, I'll repeat this. Okay. So
Yeah,
all this
sure.
I'll
Thank you.
repeat it. I'll repeat it. Okay. So the difference between manual testing and automation testing is manual testing is done by a human. That means a person. A person will sit in front of the system or on the mobile or on the any machine. You will perform the manual testing. That's a manually you will perform. And automation testing is performed by a tool using some programming language and by the tool. Tool will be there. Tool will do for. You don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. So manual testing. So manual testing is not accurate because humans make mistakes, right? If that humans mistakes causes the again problems. And so if one automation, if you write properly, it is more reliable. Every time the same steps it will perform. So as you know, you are the master. If you do the same steps in the code, it will run the same. So more reliable than manual testing. So manual testing is time consuming because if you want to do all the cases, it will take a lot of time. But whereas the automation is very fast. So manual testing is possible without programming knowledge. You don't need anything. Even you don't know anything also, you can do a manual testing. That's the advantage with the manual testing. Even unknown person, so who knows a little bit about applications you are using, computer, if you know, that's enough. You don't need anything. Just you can learn easily this manual testing. You can perform easily manual testing. But automation testing, you should have a programming knowledge and some mathematics, basic mathematics you should have knowledge. We used to learn basics, right, in the 4th, 5th standards. Those basics mathematics, if you have, and you are able to solve the problems, and it's easy. Until 10th class maths, you will get it here. So then easily you can do this programming knowledge. This is basically logic. So you will do with a coding. Okay. So manual testing allows random testing. You can go and do the random test. For example, I can go and click on this. See, I can test it. I can test it here also. I can do. So this is it. So that's the randomly you can perform. But whereas automation, you cannot do randomly. You have to follow sequential steps. So that's the main thing in the manual and automation. So let's just understand for your observation purpose only. I'm just giving this. Just know what is what. So other than that, we don't want anything here. And let me tell you, what is fault, what is defect, what is failure. So fault means a small no error in the code. And if the error in the code, your application won't perform what you want. So that is called a fault. A defect means customer is expecting something and your application is behaving differently. Both are not matching. Customer expectation, application behavior, both are not same. That is treated as a defect. So that is called a defect. Failure means entire component is not working. That is called a failure. So these are the difference between fault, defect, fail. So that's all the main difference of this. And we don't want testing principles. No need to spend extra time here. And main objective of testing is whether the application is working or not based on the requirements, user stories, and design and code or not, you are going to check it. So that's the main objective. And you will verify all the customer expectations are meeting or not, you will check. With the testing only possible that one. You will validate whether user expectations and stakeholders expectation are meeting or not. You can give a confidence. Testing team will give a confidence. Okay, yeah, it is working. So you can go ahead and ship it to the customer. So and you can prevent the defects. You can find the failures and defects. That's all possible with the testing. So the main objective of testing is finding the issues, make sure that is fixed by the development team. And you will give a working product to the customers. That's the objective of testing. So, okay. So that's the main objective of testing. Okay. So why does software have bugs? So why does it have a software bugs, or why does the applications have bugs? Miscommunication between the developers and customers. And customers are given one requirement, but the developers are developing something. So then it's going to be a problem. And software complexity, if requirements are very complex, then you will get definitely bugs. Programming errors. The programmers or developers are not experienced. Obviously, they will make mistakes. Because of that mistakes and defects will occur in the application. And requirements are changing. That's also create a problem. Okay, so that's the main problem. And also time pressures. So you are given less time and you want to develop this and test it and you want to ship it to the customer. That also creates a lot of problems. Ego problems. So your developer has ego, he will finish it quickly and I will do it in a small time and I don't need 2 days or 3 days. I will do in 1 hour. But actually when he starts working, he will face a lot of problems. That creates another problem. That's why no ego problems. And if you get a task, immediately start working on that. Then that will really help you. Okay, so that's the ego problem should create a problem. Poorly documented coding guidelines. The documentation is very bad. You don't know, so what is what? And you will also face problem, what to test, how to test, where is the process. If you don't know, you will also confused. How to test also if you don't know, and what to test also if you don't know. And obviously, you are not able to perform the testing, and then it will create a problems. Okay. So then software development tools. So software development tools, there are tools. If you don't know how to use them, that also create problems. Okay. All these makes problems in the applications. Make sure you understand them. One is miscommunication, time pressures, programming errors, and requirements change, ego problems, document is not available properly, there is no process. All this creates a problems in the application.